Sorry about that. Okay. Hey, Angela. Didn't see you.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Okay. So, first of all, I just want to say that we have some new faces. Kinsey is new, and Angela, I think this is her second week. They're all new coaches. Super excited that they're here. I also want to say to you guys who started the Diamond group this week, take deep breaths. If you need to turn the notifications off on that group, turn them off. They are stressing me out. And I have just decided, like, my goal in that group, for you guys who aren't in the Diamond group, there are like 63 people in this Diamond group. These ladies are all pushing to be a Diamond. And the group is phenomenal. Like, it is going to push you. I did not make Diamond when I signed up for it last time, when I did it my first time through. But like 3 weeks once the group closed, I hit Diamond. So it will get you making some really good habits. But because there's so many people in it, it is a little, to me, I get a little stressed and overwhelmed when my notifications are dinging all day long. So if you need to, just turn them off, and then like once or twice a day, go do your posts, see what Corey's look for Corey's posts. I will try to tag you guys in the post that I feel like is the one you need to be watching, but keep your eye out. Corey generally will have a post every day that you need to be watching for. But if you do what the group tells you to do, you're going to be on a really good track. So the Diamond group is really going to push you. I've got Kinsey going through new coach training. I think you're almost done. Is that right? You're pretty close? Okay. And then Angela, you just finished it up, right? You finished up. So I went to the other Diamonds on the advisory board and said, I have a handful of you guys who have just about finished new coach training, but you're not ready for the Diamond group yet. So we're trying to put something together for you guys as like a little group that you can check in with every day. It's kind of like the Diamond group, and it'll teach you like, okay, here's what you can be doing, and here's what you should be shooting for. So that's coming up. I was going to open it February 1st, but with Cabo, I know, my life is hard. I'm going to Cabo. I'm all like, oh, I have Cabo, so I have too much on my plate. But I just told them, I was like, with the Diamond group opening, I have this alumni group finishing. We have another new group opening this weekend. I was like, I don't think I can start this other group for you guys. So we're going to start it. We all decided we're going to start it when we all get back from Cabo. So I'm thinking around the 15th is when it'll open, but I'll be giving you guys information about that. We have Team Cup going. Don't stress about Team Cup. Just do what you do. That's all Team Cup is. Team Cup is just, hey, keep hitting Success Club. That's what we want you to do. And Beachbody, I mean, there's like a grand prize that you can go to California and meet Carl Dakeler and all that. I mean, not to say we couldn't do that if we really wanted to, but I don't think that's on any of our vision boards that we want to be like the top Team Cup team. All it is just a way to keep us focused. February can be a little bit of a slower month. Not always. Sometimes February is the month where people go, oh my gosh, it's spring break coming up, and they start stressing about that. But Beachbody is fully aware that February and November are the toughest months to get people to sign up, so they always do a challenge or contest to kind of get team morale going. So that's all Team Cup is. Don't stress about it. Some of y'all have done it before. I put the newest coaches on my team. So Angela, Kinsey, Amanda, and Melissa y'all are all on my team. And then I put Jennifer and Jessica on a team, and then Jessica, you're downline, and I'm trying to remember. Maybe one other person is. I don't know. I put it in our page. I can't remember. And then Rose, I'm gonna get y'all's team registered this week. Y'all need one more person, so Corey's putting a list together of people who don't have an upline or a team to join, and y'all get one person from that group. Okay, enough of me. I would like, if you're willing, to just speak with each one of you guys and kind of hear what your plan for, like what your hope is this week. And maybe if there's anything you're particularly struggling with, I think that will be the most beneficial, is hear where you guys are struggling, because I'm sure if you have a question about it, other people on the team will benefit from hearing about it. So is there anybody who like wants to go first? Oh, come on. You're going to make me pick?
Is it our goal or what are we okay, wait.
Okay, so you can tell me we're going to do a business goal and a fitness goal for the week. So something you're really going to be focusing on this week. And any one particular area where you're just like, this is really hard for me. What do you guys think? Does anybody have any advice? Do I have any advice? Maybe I know a little trick to make things easier. Make sense?
I mean, I'll go first. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Kinsey.
I think my business goal is I plan on this week, first of all, posting my first post. And my mom is actually coming to Dallas to talk with me about what I've seen with Shakeology this coming weekend. Yay! So that's something that I'm super excited to share with her, and I'm praying that I'm able to do it because, I mean, it's my mom. It's probably the best first person to talk to about things. So I'm hoping I can really kind of get the kinks out when it comes to this. But, yeah, super excited to share it with her. Fitness goal is to finally get up to 100 ounces of water. I'm almost there. I'm up at 90 a day, and it seems like the last, cup and a half for some reason is just really difficult for me. So that's my fitness goal. And as far as like struggle or anxiety wise, I think it's just I've never been a huge Facebook poster, or I check my social media and I comment on other people's stuff more than I do post myself. So I think sharing this journey and this adventure through social media it kind of brings a little stress towards me because I don't want it to come off salesy. And in person, I'm a lot better at making it sound personable than I am through technology. I'm much more of a, hey, give me a phone call than shoot me an email or a text. I actually hate email. I hate typing. I would rather just voice message you or call you and hear your voice. So this whole technology thing is completely new to me. Even though I use it, it's just communicating through that. So yeah. I think that's something that is bringing a little anxiety because I do want it to be very personable.
Yeah, so my advice to you, and I've told you in the past, one of the things that I was so excited about talking to you and getting you interested in it was how well you do come off on social media, because your cute, like, adorable personality really does come through. And your mom with her little hashtags and stuff. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know, y'all probably don't follow her mom, but her mom will, like, I don't know, how old is your mom? I mean, she's not old.
She's 56 and she hashtags full sentences.
Yeah, like they're like 3 lines long, and you have to like seriously chunk it up, and it's super cute. Anyways, so my advice to you is write like you talk. That is the best thing I can tell you. And Jennifer is really good at that too. If you make sure you're following her. Corey is really, really good at that. You don't want to sound like you're typing a script, and the scripts we give you, definitely use them, but then, whoa, I just lost you guys. Hold on. There you go. Use them, but tweak them. Make them sound like you, like the way you talk. And as far as not being a social media poster, just start slow, and you can even just be vulnerable in your first post. You can even say that, like, this is a little uncomfortable for me to share, but I've just really found something I'm enjoying, or, however you want to say it, but say it honestly, and the message will come across. I typically tell people, do not use the word, I don't have an issue. Like, if you say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, that's okay, but I almost just would rather just leave the word Beachbody out of it and just talk about finding health and fitness, and that you're super excited about it, and here's how you feel, and here's what it's done for you. Because whenever you read a post and you see the word Beachbody, Advocare, Jamberry, Unique, Rodan Fields, I mean, all of those things, you kind of block it, And so I think if you leave the business out of it and just talk about you, people are going to flock to it. So that would be my advice.
Yeah. Cool.
And
No,
definitely, like if you wanna type something up and you want me to look at it, or you want to post it in our team page and say, hey, what are y'all's thoughts? We're all happy to help with that.
Okay, that's a really good idea. I like that.
All right, sounds good. Anything else?
No, I think that was it.
Awesome. Who else? Who wants to go next? I want a fitness goal, a business goal, and anything we can give you some encouragement on.
I'll go.
Okay, go for it, Jessica.
Okay. I had it off because I was telling my kids to leave me alone. Okay, so my goal this week is I have never fully done the Power of Threes, mainly because I haven't forced myself to make time for it. I'm sort of like trying to work my business into a full schedule. Yeah. And I tell my boss tomorrow I'm not coming back next year. So I'm super happy about that. And I'm going to have more time. But in the meantime, I'm doing the Diamond Group and I'm trying to, make a curriculum and do all the other mommy things that I normally do. So that's challenging for me to try and find that time and force myself. I can find it. It just means I'm giving up other things. So yeah, that's a challenge for me this week. I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you're asking for advice, but I'm going to give you some. Power of Threes, I have to be honest, Power of Threes is the one thing I do it, but sometimes it brings me anxiety just because I am very social and I never ever, like some people I think they just copy and paste and send it out and shoot it, and that I can't do that. And I have done that a couple times where I've accidentally sent it and it said, hey, Kenzie, I was just thinking about you, and I sent it to Michelle. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, so I totally get it. A couple of little tips, and I hope this helps all of you guys. For Power of Threes, when I'm on it, and I'm not saying I do this every week because I don't. I want to, but I don't. A lot of times what I do, if I take like Sunday, if I have whatever time I have on the weekend, if I have any, I will print out my blank Power of Threes and then sit down with my list. And if you guys haven't, and y'all new ones, don't stress if you haven't, but in the big page, Arete Nation, there is a tab there called Files, and it will tell you how to download all your Facebook friends into an Excel spreadsheet. It will just basically create a list. Okay, so I have 1,500 friends on Facebook right now. So my list is like a ridiculous amount of pages. But about every 6 months, I print that off, and then I go person by person. Now, when you first start, you're going to have all these people like, ooh, I want to ask her, and I want to ask her. But eventually, you'll go through that, and you'll be like, who can I ask? Well, go to your Facebook friends list, and you should be adding 3 people every day. So your group, your page is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But one of the things that helps me, Jessica, I don't know if it'll help you or not, but I get that list, and I just go, okay, so-and-so, I hadn't talked to her in 10 years. I'm not sending her an invite, but I am going to send her a conversation. And I'll write her name down, and I'll fill my sheet out at the beginning of the week. So when I actually sit down to do it, there's no, who am I going to talk to today? Who am I going to ask? And it's already kind of pre-thought out, and I don't have to do that much thinking. And then I also make sure, like if they respond, that I write myself like a note. So then maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, when I'm trying to go, who could I invite? I'll flip back and I'll go, okay, we had a conversation. It's not going to be weird if I send them something. And when I do send them when I do invite them, I'll say something really light. And Michelle, this might help you too, because you were kind of asking about this earlier. I'll send something light, like I was totally this has been slipping my mind. I wanted to ask you, you may have no interest at all. You make it really light. And like, and then I always say, the reason I thought you might be interested in this is because, and then I'll either say, you know, I've seen you post healthy recipes, or you are so super encouraging and positive. I think you would really like this group because we always have so much fun. Or I know how hard it is to be a mom and have to make healthy recipes, and this group has helped me. So whatever, but that list helps me in the future. Also, when you add new people, if they accept your friend request, they can always be your conversation starter the next day. Hey, Michelle, thanks so much for adding me to your Facebook friends list. I can't believe we haven't been friends before. I'm glad we've made it Facebook official, or whatever. And you just start that way. Another tip Corey has given me before is when you get those things about people's birthdays, it's somebody's birthday, like every day you're going to get notification that it's somebody's birthday, right? Well, rather than just go to their timeline and write happy birthday, send them a private message, because that'll make you stand out. And just say something like, hey, I know you have a special day today. I hope it's the best. How are you guys doing? I really miss talking to you. Or I hope your family treats you like the queen you are, you know, whatever. But then it's not so, you know, and if it never, like I said, like, beach party may never come up, and that's fine. Like, you're not really, this is a business of creating relationships, and it's not a one-time message thing. But you have to start somewhere. And so those are all just kind of places you can start a conversation and then go from there. So, and then generally if I start a conversation and I'm like, ooh, this has gone well, I might put them in my little bucket of prospective challengers to make sure that it's not like we talk this one time and then you don't hear from me again for 6 weeks, and then in 6 weeks I send you an invite. What I'm going to do is over that 6-week period or whatever, I'm going to make sure that I make myself visible on your page every once in a while. And I like your kids' recital pictures, and you know, whatever. I like your pictures. I comment on your pictures, things like that. So Power Threes, I totally get it. Those are little tips I found that just kind of make it a little bit less stressful. Following up is easy to me. Really, friend requesting is easy to me. Starting a conversation is not that hard. But when you get to the invite, that's when I kind of get like, oh, what if they hate me, you know? And you really just have to kind of turn your view on that. Like, what if I was never invited? Well, I would still be 250 pounds. I would still be on medications. I would have had to go back to work because I wouldn't have gotten this job doing this, and my son would be in daycare. My husband would still be 40 pounds overweight, you know. So if you think about it like that, like, I'm really offering such a great opportunity of health. It makes it a little less stressful. So sorry, I talked a whole lot. Does that help at all?
Very much, yes.
Okay, so your goal this week is to really focus on Power of Threes. I don't even think I let you get to your struggle part. Was it more just like trying to figure out how to work that in?
Right, yeah. And I just have to push and pull at things.
Yeah.
So,
you got to give yourself some grace and not be so hard on yourself. You're doing a great job with everything you got going on. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
what about fitness? Where are you at fitness?
I can say this is a safe place. I don't love extreme.
That's okay. I hate extreme when I first started. Like, I want to punch Autumn in the face.
I know. I'm like, I was having fun before, and now I'm like, this isn't fun, and it hurts, and I don't love this right now. So it's okay. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I want to do it every morning. You know, there's been days where the morning hasn't happened, and then it's gotten later, and it really does mess with my mojo all day. Like, I'm way better if I do it first thing. It makes, like, I can tell a difference in my personality if I don't do it in the morning.
You know, so and we really do recommend that, like, you do a program and you stick with it. But, like, so if you do a 3-week stint with it and you're still really struggling, and I think Jennifer would really jump in on this too, you know, you need to enjoy it. You need to smile. I'm kind of feeling like that right now with hammer and chisel. I don't hate it, but I don't like. What I don't like is that the workouts are like 40 minutes, and I just always feel with my 2-year-old jumping in the middle of it, and I'm swinging 20-something pound weights around and jumping over benches and stuff. It kind of creates stress. So what I was going to say is, do a 3-week stint and then take a break if you need to. Go do one you enjoy. Like I love PiYo, but PiYo's not difficult enough anymore. I don't feel like it really keeps me progressing. So I really struggle with, could I just stop and do PiYo for a while just because I love it? So I know what you mean. I will say extreme, I hated for like the first 2 rounds because it was so hard and it made me mad. But then it's kind of like you get to a point where you're like, I'm kind of good at this. Like, this isn't I'm not wanting to die on the floor every time I do it. So.
Right? Or, have band injuries. Those bands and the Pilates.
Pilates. Awful. All right. I'm going to move because I just got a notification that we got 10 minutes. I talk too much. I'm going to quit talking. Okay. If you don't get time to talk and or you have more to say, just message me. And I'll talk because I can talk forever. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, go for it, Michelle.
Okay, my business goal, I told you, is to get organized because I have not really done that yet. I've tried sort of half-heartedly, partly because life was just crazy. It was hard to find time to sit down and just organize. So that's my main goal this week. And then my fitness goal is to get through this week and to stick with the program. I tend to, I don't balance things well. Sometimes I'm focused on the business and I don't do as well on my fitness or something like that. So I guess those are my struggles too. So,
yeah.
But
Corey, and I am sure you've seen it, but Corey has, I'd have to look. I'll look for it and I'll tag you. But she has done a few like phenomenal calls on organization is her thing. Like everything's color coded, and I mean she's pretty much awesome at everything she does. I don't know if there's anything she doesn't do well, but organization. And she's done a couple of big team calls on organization that really helps. Jessica has a really good one on Power of Threes and really your power hour and how to really hone in and get an hour's worth of work done. So, but they're all in that file tab. So, Michelle, I think for you, my suggestion too is just stay visible on social media. I think that's kind of some of where you're losing your mojo and your forward motion is that, not posting enough. So just try to be more visible and try to get out there. Not necessarily Beachbody, just in general. Like I love the post that you put up of your kids and of Samuel, and I mean all of that stuff is endearing. So just make sure that when people come to your Facebook page and they scroll down your timeline, they see that you're there and you're present. And I think when you start inviting, people will be more interested to talk to you about it because they feel like they know you better, like everybody that runs into me in town, like I may not even know them. And they're like, oh my gosh, that Mason, he's a mess, and I feel bad. Like I've created this persona, but I make sure that people know it may not be interesting really, but you definitely know enough about me and my family situation to feel like a little bit of an emotional connection. And I think that would be a great place for you to focus because you have such a sweet family with the homeschooling and yours and Samuel. Y'all, they've been like together since we were in high school. It is like the cutest thing ever. Jessica, you guys too. So anyways, that's my advice, but those are great goals.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
For now, that's good.
Okay. Keep watching that thing about expanding your network too, because I think that will help you definitely. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, go for it, Jennifer.
Okay, my business goal, since I have a new coach that just signed on.
Yay!
I really want to learn how to incorporate her into this whole Beachbody thing. Since she's my first, let her be my guinea pig there, and really learn how to like what you did for me, because it seemed so easy, and I want to be able to be that for her, and then be able to carry that over to other people that want to sign up too. So I think she's sweet enough and has an endearing personality that she would be patient enough with me. But she's going through that boot camp thing, like tagging me and all, like, slow down, gracious me. But anyway, she's killing it already.
That's good.
And yes, it is. I'm very proud of her. So that's my goal business-wise. And fitness is, I'm actually going to try and start getting my workout done before 9 o'clock. I usually kind of hang out in the mornings, like with my husband, and we have coffee forever. And so he's implementing a new schedule on the farm. So I'm going to try and get that in early and get my day going. And struggle, I'm with Jessica on the Power of Threes. That's like, I've got this spreadsheet sitting here, and it's like homework. It's like, it's like I have to turn this in. Oh my gosh, I feel like this pressure.
Okay, well, just remember, you have to. It's just to me, so I'm not gonna be like. And in the past, we did a little contest in the fall where I had you guys turn in your Power of Threes, and like most people didn't, and the ones who did turned it in with empty spots, and that's okay. It's okay, guys. Nobody. It's just like fitness. Progress. Just make progress, not perfection. You know what? I'm going to do it. I will post last week's Power of Threes for you guys so you can see. My Power of Threes looks a little different because my time is taken up so much now with like leading a team and running a like page. But a lot of what I do is my like page ends up being my new where I'm getting new people, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make that visible. Like I'll do a post and it'll say 20 people saw it, and it's so frustrating because Facebook hides your posts and stuff like that. But I am a big believer, and Corey used to brag on me all the time. Jackie Payne, yes, the reason she hit Success Club is because she does her Power Threes every stinking day. And when I first started, I really did. Like I was really, really good at it. But I'm not perfect, so y'all don't stress about turning it into me. Just make progress. Just do what you can. And think about it more as it's not homework. I get to talk to some old friends. Because what happens is when you start, then they start messaging you back. And then you answer them. And then you send out a few more. And then you're in like 12 conversations all day long, and it takes your whole entire day. So you really have to figure out what's going to work for you time-wise. When you're going to talk, when you're going to respond, put boundaries on it. Nobody really in the real world expects a message to go through and within 5 minutes to have a complete answer. And I have to remind myself that, because if you send me a message and I see it, it kills me not to answer you right then, especially if I accidentally opened it and I read it. Oh my gosh. But there have been times where I will send one and say, hey, I read this, but I don't have time right now to respond the way I want to. Can I get back to you before tomorrow? Or within 24 hours, can I send you a response? People are like, yeah, whatever, sure. I'm leaving. I wasn't expecting an answer. So take that pressure off yourself a little bit. Sorry, I talked too much again. Anything else? You good, Jennifer? You good? Make sure you get Brenda on a Getting Started Right call, and if you need some help with that, I need to create a document or something for you guys of what needs to be covered in a Getting Started Right call when you start, because you do want to get your new coaches on the phone and talk to them and figure out what's their goals, where are they headed, things like that. So I'll get something typed up sometime this week and get it up on our team page. Okay, Rose or Angela, who wants to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
You got like a minute and 45 seconds, so if we run out of time, you'll have to message me. Angela, you too.
Okay.
The business, I want to hit Success Club 5 because I have never done that since I've been a coach. So really trying to do, I think I need like one more challenge pack or Shakeology. So Power of Threes. Fitness goal is to work out on Saturday because I'm horrible about my weekends,
which is part of my struggle. Is always just the weekends. I need to remind myself it needs to be the same. And my personal development, it's really hard for me to like read something or listen. I've been doing the podcast with the Shalene show, so that's been good because I can listen to it, but personal development.
So my advice on personal development is if you don't love it, you're reading the wrong thing, honestly. Like I have to put a timer on myself and make myself close my book. Like I have to force myself to do it because I want to keep reading, and I will sit all day and keep reading and never implement anything I read. I just want to sit and read all day. So if you don't love it, you need to find something that you love. Shalene has some phenomenal stuff. So maybe send me what besides Shalene. Are you enjoying Shalene or no?
Yeah, but I kind of want something that is like, because like hers is like a bunch of random stuff that you just listen to, and I kind of would like something that's more focused on one topic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I